All right. Welcome to the stream. That was a healing radio that I did not unlock. Actually, I didn't unlock most of them. What did I get? Did I get Sea Breeze or something along those lines? I forget. Anyway, I kind of wish I got that one now. Oh well. Should have been interrogating more people. Well, it's Monday. Metal Gear Monday commences. We've got a bit of unfinished business concerning Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence off of the PS2. We are just about done with this game, but as I stated before, there is a little bit left to it. Enough where I'd say we almost have maybe 2 hours, given the cutscenes. There's not a whole lot of extra bits, so, that's mostly been what's been consuming our time here, is trying to do the little side stuff and get all the secrets and whatnot. But this time around, I think it's going to be fairly straightforward. It's just we have a bit of story chunk to get through. Depending on how much time we have, we might check out some of the extra stuff as well. Maybe not super thoroughly because of time constraints. But in any case, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna, right when we load up, it's gonna get right into it. We left off facing Volgin. The C3 had been planted on the fuel tanks in the Shagohod's hangar, and it turns out that they drained the fuel tanks right before the C3 went off, so it did not get destroyed. How unfortunate. And now Snake and Eva are making their way out of Grozny Grad while getting chased by the Shagohod, and that's pretty much right where we're going to pick off, so strap yourselves in. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Okay. This is also sort of going to be a test for me, too, because I forgot to mention, but I am using a different controller than I've been using. One that I actually repaired myself. It was a piece of crap controller that I got with this PlayStation. Actually, no, I didn't get it with this PlayStation. What I got was an even shittier controller that had no response whatsoever. I should have attempted to fix that one, but I didn't. And instead, I ended up just tossing it out. So, but they sent me another one. They're like, oh, it doesn't work? Well, that's weird. It was working when we had it, but I'll give you another one just because. And they gave me this controller, and it like sometimes worked, but not most of the time. So, a little bit of a problem with that. Let me see, what do I want? I'll take out that AK, take off that Mosin, give me that RPG. Probably should be fine. Maybe I'll toss like I don't know. I've got no reservations about just straight up killing these people either. But anyway, I disassembled this controller entirely. I cleaned it out from top to bottom. It had some strange dark goo that was surrounding all of the buttons, which is probably why it didn't work. And having cleaned most of that out, I was able to get it working again, or at least so I believe. But it's kind of going to be a test for that too. I don't think we could damage a Shagohod at this point. As I stated last time, when it concerned killing the maintenance crew, I pretty much did it. Just so we can see this one little piece here. You can't really damage a Shagohod at this point, but you can see that the life bar is down a little bit already. And that's because we killed the maintenance crew. Also, tactical reloads come in real handy here. Alright, hold up. Taking a look at something. What is going on here? Oh, Steam needs an update. That's all right. It's not quite the end yet. We're getting there. This gun isn't the most accurate.
Take him out!
Yeah, despite the fact that we sorta ended things. That's what I'm looking for. This thing's got all the classic Metal Gear staples. It's got like the radome dish. It's even got like the radome itself. It's got a big thing off the back, the missile silo, but yeah, that could easily be substituted with a rail gun or something else. Also, this is a bit of a tradition when it concerns Metal Gear Solid. I guess it doesn't happen in every game, but there's a lot of games where there's a bit of a rail sequence that happens. I don't think there actually wasn't one in 2, was there? We have railgun sequences in Metal Gear Solid, this game, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Bridge? I thought you rigged it with C3.
I did. We'll lure him onto the bridge.
Blow him up along with it. Good plan.
The bridge is on the other side of the runway. We'll have to cut through the middle of the base. You ready?
Step on it. If he catches up to us, we're done for.
Oh. Back for more.
Here we go.
Yeah, the dork. He's still kicking. Now he's just fooling around. Yeah, having a good old time. Sorry about that. I had to get up real quick because I realized I didn't have my water bottle with me. But it looks like that was a bad time. I thought the cutscene would go a little longer. Where are they? Oh, it's a lot of them. Over there. I did not get it. I think you can hit them with the RPGs if you're actually working on... Like, if you're doing the HD version and you're working on the trophy for it, probably best just to do that. Probably best just to use the RPGs in general. Reloading isn't a problem if you just unequip and re-equip the weapon. Oh, look, it's still there. There we go. Knock it off. You sounded unsure about that. Keep it up, haha. Alright, hold on. This guy's got the same idea. Oh yeah, that's still chasing us. How could we forget? Don't run the length of it, you fools! Run to the sides. He didn't need to shoot them. That's just insult to injury. If they stood there, they would have just... Yeah. Well, that's what happens. Exactly. Who cares? They're just the grunts, the peons. Now this kind of reminds me of like a James Bond ending. There's several times a James Bond, like a classic James Bond movie ends with like chases on these motorcycles or like a boat chase or something to this effect. Several guys just trying to come after him.
won't be getting away this time. Son of a bitch!
Okay. Let me check something out here. So we got this Cold War uniform. This is an interesting one. Oh yes, and I was looking at some of the download features for Subsistence. I only had room on this memory card to download one, but we also have this this mummy camouflage, so that's pretty neat. Actually, I wonder if there's one in memory slot too. Let's see. No memory found. Oh, okay. That slot, for some reason, I don't know if it's the PS2 that has trouble reading it or what. But anyway, we've got this Cold War uniform. This one is good. I don't know if even any of the crew will talk to us at this point. You know, and not urgently speak about the situation at hand.
The explosion went off successfully.
Yeah, but the hangar is still standing.
The explosion was smaller than what we had hoped for because...
Oh, we had done this, but I don't think it saved these conversations, unfortunately.
Snake, the enemy is hot in pursuit. If they catch up to you, you're dead. You've got to get away from them.
Alright.
Snake, leave the driving to Eva and focus on attacking. The Shagohod's machine gun has some wicked firepower.
Inform
You
me.
should be able to mess with its targeting system by shooting at the gun itself. If the machine gun starts strafing you, return fire.
Good advice.
While you're riding in the sidecar, lying down won't cause your life to recover gradually like usual. If you need to restore life, use the life medicine.
Okay. Anyway, we're not going to get them to talk about it, but basically, with this Cold War camo, they won't shoot you if you're facing them with the Soviet, because they're Russian. They can't shoot their own flag. They'll just grunt and moan. So, but you always have to be facing them. That's the caveat. I don't think it's applicable to bosses, though. I'm pretty sure, like, Volgin will have no reservations trying to shoot us. But when it comes to just the regular enemy soldiers, the grunts, they won't do it. I'm pretty sure even in the sections like this. So at this point we gotta attack the treads. They will, Oh. That would probably be a problem, yes. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is just slow them down. Push him back a little further. Still not going to do any damage, though.
Snake, we've only got one chance. We'll lure him over towards the other side. When the Shagohod is on the bridge, shoot the explosives. The bomb is planted on the strut of the bridge. Let's go. planted 2 C3 charges. A little more to the right. A little more to the right. Only one more left. The Shagohod's not here yet. Will it come closer? Keep your aim steady. The Shagohod's not here yet.
It's pretty damn close. It's already crossed over. I'm sorry, the C3 didn't work. You know what? I think there's a Keratin there too. I forget exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's on one of the bridge struts. Now he's only got 2 guns.
We did it!
For that stupid uniform. I still got righty.
It's over.
But is it?
Look!
I don't think it's over. In fact, no, it's not over yet, Snake.
I'm not finished yet!
Haven't heard this theme in a while.
Eva, you take care of the driving.
Yeah?
Yeah, I trust you. On one condition, though, leave the fighting to me.
You got it. I was getting tired of running away anyway.
Eva, let's do it.
Yeah, it's never over. Woo. Also, Eden Mercy?
For luck.
Or is it ADN MRSY? Welcome. Alright. There's about 15 final showdowns in this game, so we've got a bit to go. We can probably take off the Cold War. Let's see, put that sneaking uniform back on. Okay, let's see. Everything else I'm probably fine on. Let's talk to the crew.
Snake, the rear frame of the Shagohod was destroyed when the bridge collapsed. The backside of the front frame is now exposed. Even the Shagohod is bound to have less armor plating on its backside. I'm sure you can penetrate it with the RPG-7. Attack the Shagohod from behind with the RPG-7.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's that, well, it's more of a product of the time, sort of the waxy-looking humanoid figures, you know. We were getting to that point where we had more facial details than previous games, but still, there's still something about it. I say waxy because the texture work wasn't quite there yet, but
The Shagohod's weapons are deadly. You're likely to get
they look kind of similar to House of the Dead, a lot of
If you
the
get
arcade
injured,
shooters
go
in
into
the
survival view and take care of it
you know
immediately.
early 2000s.
The machine gun on that thing is deadly, but you can force him to break off his attack by firing the RPG-7 at the body of the Shagohod. If he starts strafing you with the machine gun, pump a rocket into the Shagohod before you get turned into Swiss cheese.
Sounds good to me. Alright. We're mostly sticking with the RPG at this point, but we have a particular type of tactic. Oh yes, and of course the missiles will be coming. There we go. There's going to be a lot of flipping between the viewpoints here, so it might look a little sporadic. But this is the best way to ensure accuracy. We can opt for both of them. Ah, yes, this thing has some kind of heat ray, too. Let's not forget about that. Does Sigint have something to say about it?
The armor on that thing is rock solid, but you can compromise it if you hit it with a rocket to the inside. Every time he uses the heavy machine gun, the armor cover opens up. Aim for that opening.
Yeah, that works. What about the heat ray?
Shagohod's missiles are radio guided. You can disable the guidance system with a chaff grenade. Try it out.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's too late to use chaff. Shoot it down with your gun. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but if anyone can do it, you can.
Well, thanks for the faith, Sigint.
When he rams into you with that drill, he's got a lot of weight behind him. It does serious damage. If the Shagohod tries to ram you, shoot it with the RPG-7 to trip it up. The Shagohod's missiles are radio.
All right. I want to learn about the heat ray. I don't know what that is necessarily, but I'm curious. All right. Here we give it one more try. Let's see. There we go. Oh, yes, it can. Oh, well, appreciate the follow. Thank you. Okay, well, there we go. Of course, as we said before, it's never really over, is it?
Did we beat him?
No.
No. This again is where we start crossing that line into the just nonsensical. But yes, Volgin punches his way through the Shagohod armor, which not even our RPGs can do that, but he's able to grab some wires,
Back here.
and now he can manipulate it due to his lightning
Use
abilities.
yourself as bait? Are you insane?
I'm used to this guy. I know how to handle him.
It's pretty damn close.
Come on, you blockhead.
Ooh, that's an insult right there. Okay, I think the same principles apply here. We still have to hit it from the back. It's just... Or no, we have to hit him, I think is more the issue here. This gives us the opportunity, though, to use some trank rounds on him, so it's going to be interesting.
Snake, it looks like Volgin is using his own electricity to power the Shagohod now. Attacking the Shagohod itself at this point will have little effect. You need to aim for Volgin himself. If you attack Volgin from the front, he'll simply deflect the bullet with his electromagnetic field. Target him from the back and sides.
You got it.
Snake, pay attention to Eva's life gauge. Make sure you don't attack her by mistake.
What do you take me for?
Don't try to shoot at Volgin from the front. He'll just deflect it with that electromagnetic field of his. Get around behind or to the side of the Shagohod and shoot at Volgin from there.
So I actually don't remember what the benefit is to getting a trank kill on this guy at this point. Is there even one? I don't remember. We'll give it a try, though, and see what happens. First things first, though, I gotta switch out my stuff. Let's see, and get rid of that. Let's look up the M63 just in case we get some missiles. Let's get the Mosin Nagant out there. That might be it. I can't get close enough to use the handkerchief for the SIGs. We might use the chaff grenade if you start shooting missiles. And maybe use the stun grenade, I don't know.
Open fire!
No, don't. When I think about the Mosin Nagant, it does more stamina damage, but yeah, the bigger pain is that you cannot move while you have it equipped. Be a little too late for that. Oh no, the heat ray. Actually, the chaff grenade worked fine. Snake, please.
I'll grind you into dust!
Kind of sucks, and I remember testing this out with previous playthroughs, but he has a limited spot of invulnerability after you hit him, so you can't expect to get a couple of shots in. It's like you take one, and then you have to go through another round of crap, and then you can try another one. Yeah, go after her. Oh god.
I'll grind you into dust!
There we go. Let's see if this works. A little harder on that throw, Snake. That did absolutely nothing. Shit. He was distracted for all of 5 seconds. Come on, Eva. Okay. You could just outrun that. I guess I wasn't aware. Just trying to roll out of the way. get distracted by something. This guy won't let up. Okay, finally. Oh shit. A little bit stuck too. Come on, Eva, stop messing around. Whoa! Eva, please! She just drove into that herself. Eva's not being a very good partner right now. She's like the chaff party. Oh, that was a bad spot to do that at. Oh, hey. Oh, pfft. The little... Oh, okay, never mind. I guess it depends on how far it goes, but the little mound sort of protects you. I thought he was going away for some reason. Oh, never mind. They're short-lived. Come on, Volgin. Stop messing around with me. Oh, pfft. Ooh, on the foot, too. That's not good. He didn't catch the insult, unfortunately. There we go. All right. Never thought that segment was hard, but it was always a little bit of a pain, mostly because you have to get him from behind, and that's the part that's takes a little doing.
Snake! Who's afraid of a little thunder?
Not gonna do your Kuwabara chant. I'll come back to bite you in the ass.
Fried by a bolt of lightning. A fitting end.
How ironic.
It's finally over.
Hidden cutscene here. I'm pressing R1. I wasn't sure where it was, so I've just had my finger on the R1 button for the entire cutscene. One of the final glimpses at the sorrow.
No time for this now. The escape craft is just up ahead. Let's get going.
Don't give a shit about Volgin. And to be fair, neither would I. Okay. So we can hit up the Cold War camouflage again. It's also good to note that if you are doing a no-kill run, this camouflage is a bit of a lifesaver.
Here they come. Take them out.
Yeah, what if I just want to leave them? But they don't shoot, even if you shoot at them. They ain't gonna do shit. As long as you're facing them. It starts to get a little tricky when you are going in some of the next parts here.
Don't let them get away!
See, and as soon as I turn around, then they start shooting. So this place... If it looks like shit on stream, I apologize, but that's just how this section looks. Even on my TV, it does not look that great. It is very blurry. The rain isn't looking all that spectacular. That's just how it is. I need to keep facing them, but I also need to keep my eye on the front here because I think there's a roadblock at some point. There it is.
They're not going anywhere. Stop that. Over here.
There's another one of those Keratans. And now we have the hover vehicles. The only thing about this with these guys is sometimes they can sort of get on the side of you and start shooting. But see, the reason they're saying damn it is because they don't want to shoot the flag. Yeah, this is on PS2. I'm streaming directly off of PS2. It's being fed into RetroTink So it has higher resolution than base PS2, but it doesn't change PS2 visuals at its core. If you want the cleanest looking version of this game, you're going to have to go for the HD edition, which is on several platforms. But I like this version because it has content that's not found in the HD editions, and I wanted to, you know, explore all the possibilities of some of the content that is not found. I still think that doesn't count as a kill. You could trank them and then they just kind of... Oh, the log, right. You love it? Well, good. I don't know if stun grenades work. Maybe we should try that. Also, this might be it before the end of the cut, or as soon as we get into another cutscene, so I'm going to switch over to the sneaking uniform real quick. It is also good to note if you are hunting for Keratans, they are in these sequences too. They are probably the hardest to hit. You have to know exactly where to look for, and it's possible to hit them. And like I said, if you want to hit them, best thing is probably just to go for the... oh wait, I already have that. I'm not going to put on the camouflage. Probably go for the RPG and just shoot it. Hope the blast radius gets it. Oh look! I think I accidentally hit that one. It was like on a little platform. That's not it. I hear somebody. Ah, there it is. Okay, I don't think I took out both of them, but I at least took out maybe the driver. Whoa. Okay, they took like a big dip. That guy just crashed into the other bike.
Here comes our jump. Hold on tight.
I can't help you with that one.
What do you think of it? Not bad, huh?
Not bad at all.
Looks like they finally gave up.
Don't start celebrating yet. We're leaking fuel.
Damn it.
Yeah, just
Tank shot up.
plug your finger in there.
Crap.
That's why you never distract your driver.
Eva!
I'm over here. Snake. How's it look?
pretty bad.
Not a sensitive bone in your body.
Eva,
What about you, Snake?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear.
I just took a flat back bump. Wasn't that bad.
We have to get away from here, Eva. Let's go.
Leave me.
Eva!
The boss is waiting for you. You have to go. Give me a gun.
No, we're getting out of here.
We're still far away from the lake. I'll never make it.
I can't believe this.
Uh-huh.
I never thought I'd see you act this weak.
What do you mean?
Listen to me, Eva. We're doing this together.
No, you...
Eva, I need you.
Say that one more time.
I need you. I can't fly the wig by myself.
I need you to fly the plane.
All right, then. I guess I'd better help you out. Ow! You're lucky to have me. No.
Snake, can you hear me?
Paramedic, thank God. Eva's been seriously hurt.
So have you.
Luckily, I think her organs are all intact, but
Calm down, Snake.
calm down.
You'll both be fine as long as you get the proper emergency treatment. But you're the only one who can do this. Understand? So you've got to calm down.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now let's open up the survival viewer and treat the injury. Do you have supplies with you?
I'm running kind of short.
Then by switching the survival viewer over to Eva, you can treat her wounds too. Now get to work. Oh, and Snake, I'm pretty sure you know this already, but if you don't have enough supplies for the both of you, your wounds come first.
Huh?
Do you get my meaning, Snake? You've still got a mission to complete.
Yeah. I know what I have to do.
Snake?
Like this.
It's a good thing I saved all my resources. Okay, so we've got deep cut, bleeding, disinfectant, suture kit, let's get a styptic on there, and finally a bandage. Bone fractured, no bandage applied. Splint, bandage, and he's good. Eva is in slightly worse condition. Let me see. Cut, suffering from a deep cut, bleeding, no bandage applied. All right. Disinfectant, suture kit, styptic, bandage. Can also go into the viewer here with Eva. We could look at her medical history as well. Gunshot wound, gunshot wound, gunshot wound, gunshot wound. Blow sustained, burn, electrical burn, blow sustained. And then we start getting other things. Proctitis, lower back pain, stomach ache, finger sprain, food poisoning, leech, poison, broken nail, lower back, electrical burn, hypoxia, cold, sprain, stomach ache, broken nail. A lot of broken nails. Cavity, cold, night terror, gastritis, stomach ache, breast enhancement, bronchitis, tick-borne, encephalitis. Is that her fair share? Anyway, abdomen pierced by tree branch, suffering from deep cut. All right. that on there. Same crap as usual.
Can you walk?
Yeah, I think so.
Here.
Ah.
It's different from the Mauser. When you're using a two-hand grip, you have to be careful where you put your hands or your fingers will get burned by the exhaust gas from the cylinder gap.
Did that still happen a lot? I mean, it depends on the type of revolver. I know with those modern magnums, that's a severe issue, but...
Snake, are you all right?
I've been better.
What about Eva?
I healed her up. She can manage.
Good.
Snake, you'll take the lead and break through the enemy's line of defense. Eva will ordinarily be following behind you. If you lie on your belly, she'll lie down as well. If you slip and fall off a cliff, she'll follow right behind. You can call out to Eva by pressing the action button. Head to the lake along with Eva.
Sounds good to me. All this crap here, I'm guessing it's all ammunition that was stored on the sidecar. We might have some more radio calls to listen to. Let's take a look.
Snake, stay on your toes. The enemy hasn't given up coming after you yet.
Oh, look, we finally got his
Any
third
minute now.
personal data
If you go
note.
southeast from there, you'll come to a road leading to the lake. Take Eva with you and head southeast.
I didn't get all that. Movie and hunting
Snake, if the enemy catches
were his
up to you,
hobbies.
stop where you are and fight them off. However, there's no need to defeat them all. As soon as you've beaten them back, continue on toward the lake.
Doesn't like burgers? Come on.
You can treat Eva's wounds by selecting Eva from the cure screen in the survival viewer. If she gets injured, see to her right away. Got it?
Got it.
Snake, you're almost to the lake. You can make it, man.
Yeah, no Berg. Major's not a fan of the Berg. Alright. Well, as I said before, I think in the last stream, it's at this point, once we start facing off against Shagohod, actually, once we face off against Volgin and everything, the conversations on the radio aren't quite as fun because it's not... Everything just becomes game mission focused at this point, so... It's, yeah, you know, it is what it is. We had our time to get what we could in, and I got probably as much as I would normally, or actually more than I normally would with a playthrough. But, yeah, I would have liked to get more, just in case. I would have liked to have seen if there was any more conversations. I feel like I was missing out on some stuff, but it is what it is.
This tastes like crap.
Come on now. Someday you'll feed on a tree frog.
Yuck.
That's the best part. All right, Eva, come on. One thing to note, I guess, is that she will also freak out if there's any, like, reptiles. Mostly just snakes. But I think we need to kill them in advance. Let's see what happens when she comes across one, though. I gotta switch out for a little bit more subtle weaponry, however. Because we do not want to be loud in this part, necessarily. I think we could probably do without this. Maybe I'll keep the stun grenades. And the XM, just because it's got a suppressor on it. Tastes like carp. Tastes like crap. Though we might have some carp in here for her to try. I wonder what she'll say against that. Alright, there we go. Oh, another thing to note. Hold up. Get up, Eva. Come on. She's stuck in that crouching position. There we go. We can interrogate her. Come on.
And then, when I was 17...
Like get in the middle of something. Oh no! Whoops. That was not what I meant to do. Okay, the pressure sensitivity in the controller we have to watch out for.
You've created a time paradox. Snake, don't mess with the future. You have to understand the future.
Yeah. That's what happens. Sorry. Yeah, that is not what I meant to do. We're gonna interrogate her and get her backstory on some things. I think you have to wait a while though. That's the only problem. But yeah, if you wait or if you press O too hard, circle button, then she's gonna get her neck sliced, which is not what we want. You know what? I'm gonna keep this stuff just in case I have a chance to sneak up on him. See her different animations. I don't remember how to do it now, but let me see. It's not in camouflage, is it? No. Let's give her the calorie maid. I'm sure she'll like that. Be nice to her.
Let me have some more.
Nah, don't get greedy. There was a way where she could be just in a bikini. And I remember looking up in my old streams too. And I remember seeing that and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing, but I don't remember how to do it. Like maybe you have to exit the viewer several times. Now she's doing completely different animations. Oh well. Well, know that it's there, but I don't know how to activate it.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
And then, when I was 17...
Go on.
And then, when I was 17...
Yes, we know about the 17 part. Continue.
And then...
Oh, come on.
What are you doing?
She's got several different dialogue lines. I don't remember specifically what they are. But she'll talk about a couple things. She also talks in her sleep, too. Yeah, exactly. What?
Yeah, right there. No snake. That feels so good.
It's a good opportunity to get her past the snake that's here. Because she will freak out again. We get too close to it.
Yeah, right there. No snake. That feels so good.
getting dragged through the forest. Feels great.
Yeah, right there. Oh, boss, that feels so good.
Boss? Excuse me? Oh, I don't have the knife, do I? Well...
Yeah, right there. No snake. That's so good.
Only thing is, I'm pretty sure we come up to a point where there's going to be like a log she has to cross. So I need her to wake up.
Yeah, right there.
Also, thinking about it, there might be traps around the area. Eva, I need you to wake up. Fortunately, you can't wake people up like you can in other Metal Gear. What is the quickest way to wake people up in this game?
No snake. Yeah, that's so good.
Different methods I remember doing in previous games was to just pick them up and drop them several times. Oh, look at that. We have a cutscene now. This may or may not be good. But this is when we start getting chased, so I kind of need her to wake up now. Problem with these soldiers, too, is that they continually respawn, so you can keep taking them out, but they will keep coming after you. Not good. There's also this quick mud, sinking mud.
Yeah, right there.
Eva.
That's so good.
Whoa. That guy just ran right past me. wasn't the best timing with tranking her. Those moments when Dad walks in. Like I'm just trying to carry this woman out of the jungle, I swear. What's up, Deller? Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. What even can we do here? That should put... Okay, cool. Oh, shit. We still got people coming after us. All right, hold up. Let me get into the survival viewer real quick. Snake's got a gunshot wound. Oh, not that. My fault for messing around, really. But we need to get all the secrets. sorry. Della, are you with us? How did your stream go? I didn't have a chance to take a look. I think we kind of started at the same time. Oh my god, I'm just gonna start killing these guys. Look how many of them there are. We need to go. Let's see, suffering from severe burns. Oh, I guess there was a... Actually, we need medication for that, don't we? No, not that. Oh, I guess we don't. No, it's ointment. Never mind. Ointment and bandage. Treating burns. Does she have a cut? Okay. Sticking disinfectant. Come on, Eva. Nah, we kind of gotta go. Whoa, Jesus. I think she got a good shot in the head. It might even be best if we die here, just because this is a bad spot to be in. And like I said, they don't really give up. Just continually, just keep dogging on you. We also need to be closer to Eva in order to help her. I'm out of ammo. That is a lot of soldiers. Okay, gunshot wound, disinfectant, styptic, bandage. Eva. Get a deep cut, suture kit. Let's get a styptic and disinfectant on that. I guess a bandage as well. Gunshot wound to the head, I was right. They shot her straight in the head. She's still standing. What's up, Deller? Now you're here. I was asking how things were going with the stream. Okay. Well, normally it's not that easy to get caught by these guys, but you know me. Trying to do all the extra shit. That's how we get into these situations. How about a ration? You want that?
This tastes like crap.
Well, I'm just gonna have to man up and eat it anyway. Your VPN and your antivirus are definitely your issue. No, she's streaming. You sent them to timeout. Oh, okay. See, I started thinking, as soon as you got that router and you were still having the issue, I knew it had to be something else. And it was a connection issue. And I was like, there's no way it's another piece of hardware, like the capture card or anything like that. Like, there's got to be something that's preventing you. So my guess was either it was something to do with like the antivirus, or if you I didn't even know you had a VPN, but it's apparently you didn't either. I'm like, if there's something that is just constantly trying to, you know, police your connection and just scan all data that's outgoing and incoming, then that's definitely going to be an issue. And if it's not that, then it was going to be your internet service provider. So you'll never renew this crap. Well, it's like I told you when you first got it, you kind of don't really need something like that. A lot of antiviruses are not that great. And you're better off with just using free stuff. Like Microsoft Security Essentials should come with, didn't used to way back in the day, but it should come with most Windows operating systems, like pre-installed. And as long as you're not doing stupid shit, you're not going to have an issue. So they sold you on the VPN. VPNs are nice in certain situations, but I think the large majority of people probably don't need them. Oh shit. I didn't know they were following behind so closely. Are you able to cancel it like at this point, or is it too far gone? I mean, I guess if you already paid for it, you might as well just leave it for those situations. But yeah, it's got to be a pain when it comes to like streaming and stuff. Where's this? Oh, there he is. Is it done? I think it's done. Oh shit, we got someone else coming back up there. You never use this PC for anything other than Twitch and school for your son, nothing else? Your worst risk is looking for gifts for backgrounds. Yeah, that's kind of low risk in my opinion, so. Gee, Snake, stop trying to deflect those bullets with your face. Let's disable it until it expires. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how your situation is, so you might as well use it while you got it, but you could keep it off if you want to. Use the phone for the voyeur cam videos. Good idea. Where? Oh, they saw her. Damn it. You know what? I really do have half a mind just to restart this, because once they find you, that's the biggest pain.
You going to save?
Like, you sure you want to do that now? Yes. Yes, I do. Goddamn soldiers are honestly stink on a monkey. They ain't letting us go without a big fight. And this definitely can go a lot smoother if I didn't have her, like, knocked out at the time. Yeah, and I mean, you know, there's not much to, like, virus protection. Most bare bones antivirus software will get the job done. There's not really a need for a lot of these subscription services. Some of them offer some nice things, you know, and they might be good in those certain instances, but I don't know. And I know people that need VPNs for particular things. Probably the most, I want to say, innocent of uses is if you want to watch like streaming services that are specifically tied to, oh shit, not that one, different regions. Like Netflix Europe has more programs or different programs than Netflix America. So you could like change your IP to be a European address, and then you could watch all the European Netflix stuff you want. But otherwise, you don't really need a VPN for other things. Condoms are for pussies, literally, yes. It's not it's not all the buttons, but it's start, select, L1, L2, R1, R2. If you press all those at the same time, then the game resets. But anyway, I'm glad you found the solution. And now you could beef up your streams. I'd still probably stick it kind of low to like either a 720p or a 900p resolution, but you can go to a higher bitrate for sure. When you showed me what your speeds were at, you could definitely do, like a 4,000 bitrate or 5,000. I do 5,000, and you have a little bit under the upload speed that I do. It'll probably be fine. Oh no, she's still knocked out. Okay, this is not good. Why did they save here? The Sorrows uniform. I don't even remember getting that. Got 90% camo rating though.
Freeze. Huh? I see him.
Okay, we're back in the same spot we were before. Just because Eva is still asleep. Beef it up later on after you confirm you're solid. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Just make sure that you won't have any issues at all. Now she won't wake up at all. At this point, it might be just best just to cut our losses. Let me put on the Cold War camo and hope that this works. What are you doing? Oh god, I think she got stabbed. Oh no, maybe that's mud. I don't know. I think she got stabbed in the head, and that's causing her to become a brunette. Come on, Eva. Blow this popsicle stand. I think I finally got rid of him, though. Oh, never mind. What's wrong? It's like 5 bodies just flew across the screen. Yeah, Eva hasn't been working out that great this stream. She wasn't doing so hot when it came to the the Shagohod boss fight, and now she's injured and everything, but now she's like a mega liability. And granted, yes, I know.
Snake,
I knocked her out so we could hear the additional dialogue, but still.
Eva should be able to climb it if you help her. Keep her close to you.
Alright, thanks. Still, we got to this part. Oh, wait. I just made the cut worse by using the knife. We got to this part a lot quicker than we did before, so... No, they don't fire on you when they see the... because that's the Cold War camo. So when they see the Russian flag or the Soviet flag on the front, they don't fire at you. But she was covering it up, so when I had her like back to front, dragging her that way, they were kind of shooting at me a little bit. But when I had her by the legs, then they weren't shooting like that at all. This area should be a fresh start, though, so they're going to be in caution mode. But, you know, it's a hell of a lot better situation than what we were dealing with before. Spirit camo is still pretty good. But, you know, she's like standing up, getting caught by these losers. It's been like a bad situation for this particular segment. I don't usually let it get that bad, but that's just what happens sometimes. Get that snake, because she ain't gonna like that. Spirit is a decent camo, I just don't remember what it does. It's dark, and that's why it's useful in this situation, but I don't remember the special ability, and we didn't talk to Sigand about it. Most of the special camos, I don't remember their particular uses. Raindrop has its uses, but it's usually when it's obviously raining or in the water. I never really found it too helpful outside of those situations.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, boo-hoo. Here, let me give you something. Instant... Oh, wait, no, we were saving an instant noodle, weren't we? Despite the fact that there's nothing additional to that.
This tastes like crap.
If you bring it with you.
Oh, yuck.
Hey. Be thankful. Right, no, you're right. It makes you silent. I mean, not gunshots, but it makes your movement silent. So you could walk and move at faster speeds without enemies hearing you. That's what it does. But it's also dark, so that helps. Sticks clacking around. Yeah, go for some big stomping. My God, Eva, you are eating me out of house and home. If I had either of those things. Oh, look at that. We see the bikini. I think it is like going into the survival viewer several times. Then you can finally see the bikini with the jiggle physics. So I was right the first time around. It's just I didn't do it enough. Look at that. She's got some wide shoulders, but, you know. Nobody's perfect. Wasn't even what I was meaning to get into.
Can I have seconds?
Oh, she liked the snake. Okay. Yeah, it's just like chicken, isn't it? Well, I don't have any more snake, but I do have frog.
What did you give me?
Frog. Okay, the section here, I think. It's got a few people. I just fed her. Well, unless you're going for a double entendre there.
Huh? The enemy's here.
Immediately gives up. What is he looking for?
What the? What's wrong?
Okay. That might be everybody. Maybe. Over here.
Snake.
Where are you? Hurry up. Oh yeah, I haven't been using the last maybe 3-4 hours of the game. I've mostly been going for taking people out either via holdups, or sometimes I'll use the SIG spray or the handkerchief.
I'm so hungry.
Well, have I got something for you?
Well, not bad at all.
So that we could get through this segment, basically, or any of the final segments with some silencers on hand. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's only 2 sections to this, so let's make those final cutscenes look good. Also, hurry up.
Come on, Snake. We made it.
We made it.
We made it.
Over there. It's the boss, isn't it? I'll go get the wig ready to take off.
Right.
I'll leave you two alone. But come back in one piece, okay? Promise me!
Life's end. Isn't it beautiful? It's almost tragic. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their way to die. I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss, why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to fight amongst themselves, and the world was torn apart. The Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside me, were torn apart as well. The foibles of politics and the march of time can turn friends into enemies just as easily as the wind changes. Ridiculous, isn't it? Yesterday's ally becomes today's opposition. And this Cold War? Think back. When I was leading the Cobras, America and Russia were fighting together. Now, consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century. Somehow I doubt it. Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages, and we soldiers are forced to play along. I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then what is an enemy? Is there such a thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us. They can only be our enemies in relative terms. The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Cobras. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family. It was November 1st, 1951. I was in the Nevada desert participating in atomic testing.
A bit of backstory to go through here too.
The
That's what
name
I was talking
Nevada
about.
is
There's a
derived
lot of
from
length to
Spanish,
these cutscenes.
Covered in snow, white as snow. And snow is exactly what I saw in that Nevada desert. It froze my blood white. Snake, you were an atomic test subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll. That's part of the reason I was drawn to you. You and I are alike. We're both slowly being eaten away by the karma of others. We'll never have the chance to die peacefully of old age. We have no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future. In 1960, I saw a vision of the ideal future from space. 3 years earlier, the Soviet Union had succeeded in launching Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit. This came as a huge shock to the United States. In response, America threw everything it had into its own manned spaceflight project, the Mercury program. Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets. The government wanted human data. So they secretly decided to send a human being into space. I was the one they chose. At the time, they didn't have the technology to block out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation. That's why they chose me. After all, I'd already been irradiated once. Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books. I could see the planet as it appeared from space. That's when it finally hit me. Space exploration is nothing but another game in the power struggle between the US and the USSR. Politics, economics, the arms race, they're all just arenas for meaningless competition. I'm sure you can see that, but the Earth itself has no boundaries. No East, no West, no Cold War. And the irony of it is, the United States and the Soviet Union are spending billions on their space programs and the missile race, only to arrive at the same conclusion. In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth. A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see. But reality continued to betray me. In 1961, I was sent to Cuba, to Bahia de Cochinos. It was part of a CIA-sponsored invasion under the guise of taking Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president held back their air support. Defenseless, the exiles were annihilated by the Cuban army. All I could do was watch in silence. I was set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much for, by the very government I dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground. Then, 2 years ago, I faced the Sorrow, my old comrade in battle. He was my friend. But one of us had to die. I was left with no choice. The Sorrow gave his life for me. There is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die. That was the mission. The ones who gave me that mission were the philosophers. Early in the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together in a secret meeting that would later be known as the Wise Men's Committee. The secret pact they formed there marked the beginning of the philosophers. But the last of the original members died in the 1930s. After that, the organization began to run out of control, and the Wise Men's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self. The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate. The sacrifices of war cause a shift in the times. This shift leads to renewed conflict, and in turn triggers the next war. Like a nuclear chain reaction, each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity. Do you understand what I'm saying, Snake? By consuming me and you, the philosophers intend to keep that cycle going forever.
I think I get the picture.
It was my father who explained all of this to me. He was one of them. You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers. But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization. And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy. We'd been given a top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V-2 rocket installations. I was pregnant at the time. The sorrow was the father. I gave birth on the field of battle. A beautiful baby boy. But my child was snatched away from me by the philosophers. Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother.
It's a hell of a C-section.
I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred, not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside me, slithering through my body like a snake. I've never talked this much about myself before. Thanks. Thanks for listening to me. I feel content. Snake, commence the operation. I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. Face me.
Okay, so here we go. Last boss battle of the game. I don't think the radio calls count towards the timer, so let's just see what we can get.
Snake, it's time to complete your final mission. This is where you fulfill your loyalty to your country, and perhaps to her as well. You must defeat the boss. The firepower of that Patriot pistol the boss is using is beyond compare. In a straight shootout, you'd lose every time. Your first concern should be to hide yourself while using camouflage. Maneuver towards the boss's blind side, wait for an opening, and attack her with a gun or CQC.
Snake, it's all over if you lose sight of the boss. Don't let those falling flower petals
Not a pistol.
confuse you.
Yeah, I forget what it's a modified version of, but it's a modified AR, I think, with a stunted barrel. And of course, it has the the infinity chamber, which, of course, you know, when you position ammunition in the shape of an infinity symbol, you get infinite ammo. It's just naturally how it goes.
That gun the boss is using is a one-of-a-kind sidearm she had made especially for her. They call it the Patriot. Basically, they took the Army's experimental XM-16E1, cut the barrel short, and took off the stock. It handles like a handgun, but it's got the stopping power of a rifle.
Thank you,
Because the
Sagan.
barrel is cut so short, it's got some nasty recoil, though. I can't believe she's using it with one hand. Now I see why she's the leader of the Cobras and a legendary hero. As long as the boss is firing that Patriot at you, frontal attacks are gonna be useless. Get around to her back or side and attack her from there. Move!
Okay. You can sort of deflect her attacks.
Run quick.
It's a modified assault rifle. Was that not just what I said? Bone fracture. No, not that. Splint. Once she tells you to run, you better run. Okay, so there isn't much in terms of secrets here. There is a slight little thing here, and I don't remember the specifics on where they are. There are animals in this arena, and it might cost me the battle looking for them, but I'd kind of like to look for them. Here's one. Just in case you get a little hungry. You have the snake solid. And there's two more where that came from. You could probably assume what they are. Boss, she does not take stamina damage that great. Alright, or she does take stamina damage that great, I guess I could say. Because it takes quite a bit of doing to actually get a... Oh god, where is she?
Where are you hiding?
Quite a bit of doing to get a stamina kill done on her. Especially in a 10-minute time frame. Also, we don't have a free cam here. So... gets a little tricky. Headshots are still viable, though. Once the music kicks in, we know that we're running a little short on time, too.
Where did you go? Here I come.
Sometimes I think it's when you press the action button, maybe the CQC button, you can counter her attacks, but it's... I never really found a rhyme or reason to it. I don't know if someone knows something specific, like how it's supposed to be done, but I can't always get that counter. It almost never happens. I think it's when the exclamation pops up, but that might just be a random chance thing. I don't think that has any bearing on how you approach the boss. To kind of ease things a little bit here, you can use the thermal goggles, but it's still a bit of a pain. One of the few times in this game where the enemies have camouflage.
Here I come.
And it works pretty well in their favor.
Heads up, Snake.
If you get into like a CQC battle with her, you're probably going to walk away with some broken bones. Still haven't gotten that last snake. We can take a look at this one, though. Snake solid and snake liquid. One more. I wonder what it's going to be. Disappointingly, though, capturing these snakes, eating them, finding them, it doesn't really do anything. You can take them with you to the next save if you do a New Game Plus or something like that, but I don't think they ever make... I don't remember Paramedic making any comments on it.
Where did you go?
There's no unlocks that I'm aware of. So, mildly disappointing.
More minutes.
Only 5 more minutes.
Brace yourself.
See? Now I get out. Of course, she just ends up grabbing me again, so... doesn't really matter.
Move or you're dead.
Let's see.
Where did you go?
Had her at that one shot.
Let's see what you're made of. Heads up.
Ah.
Here I come.
I tried to roll into her, but then just bounce right off her. What is that? Gunshot wound. Ah.
Run quick.
Will do. Keep getting hit. What do we got? Gunshot wound and bone fracture. Let's see. I'm not going to do it in any logical order. Sometimes when you counter her, you can do a CQC maneuver, and it works okay. But she's just too good. Oh shit, I missed that one. Oh, come on. It's like when she says that, you have to go after her.
Move or you're dead. Only 30 seconds left.
Yep. I don't think we're gonna make it. The biggest problems with this boss fight, and it's a difficult one. At least we'll get to see a cool little cutscene. But the biggest problems with this boss fight is you can't attack her head on. You can't attack her with CQC. The only way you could do it is by attacking her from behind when she's not looking for you. Or when she can't see you, necessarily. So, it creates a bit of a problem. But we get to see this cool cutscene.
This is the end.
What about your plans? Thought you wanted to remake The Philosophers. Okay. So this time, I was trying to avoid it too, but this time I will use camouflage. It should help, sort of. Oh, did she just, like, somersault over me? What the hell happened? Oh, okay. Okay, let's take a look. Shagohod ship. Believe it or not, like the scientist uniform is like one of the better ones to use in this instance. We can use snow, but it's still not that great. Scientist is better. The only problem with scientists, though, is that I don't think you can use weapons, even in this instance. We can try spider, but I don't have a hell of a lot of, like, food. See, and I'm already waning here. I'm just waiting for her to get out of the tree.
This is horrible.
Okay, yeah, I don't think we could use that effectively. Let me see if we can do anything with this.
No good.
No good. Nope, no weapons.
Where are you hiding?
The other problem with this is I have to keep... I suppose I could switch off to the spider, that way we don't have a trade-off. I could just use it real quick. Need you to brace yourself against that thing a little better. Where are you? There you are. Probably the most effective means to do this at this point in time. Still. Having some problems with the stamina situation. I'm going to see if I can take out this snake so I at least have something to eat. Okay, there she is.
There you are.
Didn't work. Missed that at the last second.
What can I say?
Where are you hiding?
Where are you? Actually, hold on. This is going to be tricky. Do I even have a white? Oh, I have Oyama. Oh, no. Well, whatever gets the job done, right? Oh, come on. Like a cunt hair. Away from tagging her in the face.
He's gone.
It is a mystery. Not that. Okay. Stamina getting a little low again.
I want some more.
Here I come.
Oh, shit. You can't run away from her when she comes after you either. You either have to counter or you have to attack her head on, because otherwise she'll just completely mess you up. She catches up to you too. It kind of sucks. Damn, come on. Ugh. I took the shot, I would have had it. I did not know there was going to be a tree there. Missing is the most painful thing. Because it takes so long to set up these shots.
Where are you hiding? Five more minutes.
Okay. We're about where we were last time, but hopefully we can make a little bit more out of this.
You've gotten stronger.
Cancel her out. While wearing the scientist uniform, too. It's worth a try. No effect.
You better run.
Okay. I need to grab that snake that's hanging up there.
Brace yourself.
Not too bad.
Ah!
All these years and still nothing to show for it. Move or you're dead. Here I come.
Let's hope she backs off. So I might as well cure. Oh no, not that. Splint, bandage. Wish the scientist uniform wasn't such a pain. There is another camouflage that you can unlock later, I think, that works better than both of these. Ugh. Nervous about taking the shot just because we didn't have anything else. Also, sorry, paramedic, but I'm gonna have to use these instant noodles.
I want some more.
Brace yourself. Run quick.
Okay, let's see. What is close to spider but isn't spider? Because I can't keep messing around with this. It's not doing me so good. Snow, I guess, is the next best thing. If only the targeting wasn't so slow. Can't see her. Okay. Might be able to get her on the last one, so I'm going to take off this fairy disguise, as she puts it.
Only 30 seconds.
30 seconds, you say? We got it. The snake uniform. Yes! I am invincible! Not really. We failed on that first one, but that is a relieving feeling. I completely forgot about the snake camo too, so I'm glad we were able to get it.
Take this. Keep it safe. It's our only hope.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss and one snake.
Of course, they allow you to do this part. That's our horse. One final hidden scene here, R1. The boss. The sorrow. Reunited. And that is our farewell. Last glimpse at the sorrow. I guess it's not our final hidden scene. We've got one or two more.
Ready to go, Snake? Are you okay? Snake?
Yeah.
I told you you could trust me.
Snake! Ocelot! We're not done yet!
It's not over yet, Snake.
Damn!
Oh. It's all my shit. How dare you?
Too heavy!
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Not good!
He's got his own style. Should have gone for the other one.
I picked up a few new moves. Huh. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it.
Eva!
Excellent scene.
What do you say to one last showdown?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So we can watch him do this. I've trained my eye on the guns before, and that's actually how I figured out which gun has the bullet, because there is a point in time where you get to choose, which is that point. That point is right now. And looking at it now, and just if memory serves correctly, it's the gun on the right, and I don't think it ever changes.
What's your name?
Snake.
No. Not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
John.
Very well, John. Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on!
I thought he was having a go at first because they called him Jack at the beginning of the game. But then, of course, they say something like that John is, or Jack is short for John, which I've never heard that to be the case.
Snake, pick up one of the item boxes on the floor. One of them contains a loaded revolver. My bet's on you, Snake. Pick up the gun.
Wouldn't take that bet.
Snake, pick up the gun already. Trust your instincts.
So forward.
It's too late to back out now, Snake. Pick up the gun.
So you can sit here as long as possible, I'm pretty sure, and nothing happens. But there are several different, if you want to call them endings, cutscenes, whatever you want to call them, based on the gun that you pick and what you do afterward. I'm going to pick the gun on the right because I think that's the loaded one. And then you can choose to not shoot at all. You can choose to shoot away from Ocelot, or you can choose to shoot Ocelot. And he has different reactions based on what you do. So I'm going to give it a try here. See if I remember which one gets the result I want. Bet's on the left one having the bullet. You might be right. Yeah, I think I've gone through all of them. Yep, that's well over 6. Okay. Maybe, I don't know. But I was looking at it and I thought it was the right one still.
It's a blank. Oh, that was fun. Till we meet again, John.
Just hops on out of there. It was the bullet that was in the automatic pistol. So you can draw your own conclusions. It was the one that got ejected. He tried to eject by hand.
Give me a hand! Whoa!
Okay, my memory was faulty, but I still was looking at it and I thought it was the one on the right. It was the one on the left, obviously, and that doesn't change. It's always going to be the one on the left that has the bullet. But if you choose the one on the right, I remember something happening if you chose the one on the right, and what happens is you get to keep the single action army in future playthroughs. So that's how you get that weapon. If you want to have that weapon later on in a future playthrough, you got to pick the one on the right. Otherwise, if you pick the one on the left, you don't get it. So that's what it was. Why was the bullet blank? Like I said, you can draw your own conclusions. I hate to comment on it right now because it spoils the end of the game.
Made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Oh no, Migs!
Still got the MiGs.
There's no way out! What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now.
Time to jump out and take him hand to hand.
No use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them. They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Big old smile.
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Bulk 19, do you copy? Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Look! The MiGs are turning back! Woo!
Well done, Snake.
The MiGs disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them waiting.
The door is still missing. I would think that'd be a problem after a little while. Why not?
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Oh, how dare you. That'll be a bitch to get out. So I like how Snake changed, but then he just changed into another set of fatigues. Gotta get out of that sneaking suit. But the fatigues stay on during sex. Well, she can do that. It's government equipment. Well, 007, keeping abreast of the situation.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
A bit more exposition to go through, but this kind of wraps things up for us.
Good morning,
Last little
Snake.
bits to the puzzle.
I hope you slept well. First of all, I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA. I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry. The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union.
We talked about that, and I'll comment on that as soon as the conversation is done here. I don't want to talk over it.
I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools.
Well, yeah, I brought that up during like a stream or two ago.
Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live. Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice.
The team in the flesh.
Duty.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
The biggest of boss.
You are a true patriot.
Okay. So this is another hidden cutscene. R1 look. Might come across as a little weird. And you have to shift the camera over to see it, but there's Ocelot in the background. Unfortunately, what we don't see out of that is that Snake is somewhat refusing to shake the president's hand. And then here comes this loser.
In the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss, and that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive, and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart.
There should be the last of our hidden first person.
Everything she did.
In a sec here.
She did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
There it is. Okay. Okay, there's too much to read here, so read at your leisure. 65, SIGINT joins ARPA. Takes part in the development of ARPANET, which would go online in 1969. 1968, EVA disappears without a trace in Hanoi. 1970, Paramedic establishes the nation's first paramedic system in Seattle, Washington. 1970, Major Zero disbands Fox. United States accumulates the remainder of the legacy U.S. branch of the Philosophers, changes its name to the Patriots. 71, carrying the traditions of Major Zero and his Fox unit, Big Boss establishes Foxhound. So, and then 1972, the Les Enfants Terribles project, which, yes, the sons of Big Boss are born.
Son, you've got a way to fall.
And that is pretty much it. That is our Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence stream. There's a little bit at the end here, as with most Metal Gear games, where we have a little dialogue sequence at the end, so we'll get to that. But great game. I've played and streamed it quite a bit. I don't know, 3 or 4 times on stream, and way more than that, just playing it offhand. But it's among my favorites. I still consider it one of the greatest games ever made. There's so much in it that just builds it up to that status for me. But yeah, really lovely game. Can't say too much more than that. You know, got my personal gripes with it here and there. We're talking about mostly like the situation with the camouflage, which is helpful and it's nice. The camouflage system is very cool, but at the same time, it's a little infuriating when you have some sections of the areas where you just have to constantly keep switching out camouflage, and it's especially rough when you're doing like the playthrough that I did, which is just fresh from the start. You're not picking up from previous save games where you have a bunch of stuff on hand. Limited resources. It definitely makes the game a little bit harder. It's one of the harder games in the series because you don't have systems like the Soliton radar or anything like that, where you can see, you know, cones of vision to tell where enemies are going to. In a sense, it's a little easier than Sons of Liberty, since you don't have to deal with so many radio calls, but still, it builds off the backbone of the previous 2 games. So you have all that difficulty, but you don't have like the leisures of the other things like the Soliton radar, where you could see where people are, where they're looking, and stuff like that. You have to kind of scout and do stuff on your own. So, just as a base game, it is one of the harder entries in the series, and I think some parts shone through with that while we were playing. Real quickly, the bullet, I made mention of that. I guess you weren't around, but yeah, here's the thing about that. I was like, Ocelot's got this bullet that he ejected by hand, and it was from an automatic pistol. Don't know what kind of pistol it was, but I was like, I'm pretty sure you can't just slap that bad boy into a revolver and then expect it to work. And then somebody here, I'll find who that was so I could tell him off, because he was like, well, you know, there's a guy with bees on his hands. I don't think it really matters that much that this guy, you know, can't do a bullet from this type of gun. And I'm like, well, okay, whatever. I let it go. But you know what? There's such a thing as internal logic when it comes to games like this. And I feel like that's applicable in this particular situation. Oh, no, don't you start. I don't. Always arguing with me about specifics when it comes to guns and stuff like that. I don't know why you gotta dog it so much. But let me see. Who was this? Now I can't find him. Well, anyway, sir, there's a such thing as internal logic when it comes to games like this. There's a certain set of rules that you need to follow when it comes to video games. You can't just go batshit insane at all times. And it's like, I think that's what he was trying to argue. He was like, well, you know, this doesn't make sense, so nothing should make sense. No, that's not how it should be. Internal logic applies to the Metal Gear universe. There is a given amount of things that are supernatural, and that should be taken as it is. Some things cannot be explained. Kojima eventually goes on to explain them and over-explain to give them some like realistic credence, but we have to kind of take this into assumption that there's going to be some inexplicable things. However, the universe still does follow an internal logic. What I was talking about when I said that this, you know, when Big Boss freaks out over an automatic gun in 1911, and he talks about all the specific specifications about how the gun was modified and how it functions and how it works, there is a certain amount of logic that has to be applied to certain things. You can't just say everything works because this doesn't work. That's not how you write a story. That's not how you build lore. That's not how you create a world. You just can't go batshit insane every goddamn time. There are certain things where you have to take a little bit of reservation on. So no, it's people like that say, oh, well, everything should just be wacky. Go play Twin Snakes if you feel that way and stick to that one. But if I criticize a slight bit of this, which it wasn't even much of a critical analysis, I was just like a little nod at that. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's how gun works. You know, don't chew my ass off because something else was wacky in the game. There's other things that can be crazy but still work within the confines of the Metal Gear universe in and of itself. Same thing applies to many other works of fiction. But when you have a set standard of rules and internal logic, you can follow that without everything just not making sense at all. And I feel like some people just say, well, because, you know, you have mechs in Metal Gear, anything can happen. No, not really. That's not how it goes. Or there's Spooky Ghost Man. Anything can happen. If anything can happen, then there wouldn't be any weight to any of the story, and nothing would matter here, and we wouldn't care about these characters.
Yes,
so,
Grozny Grad and the Granin.
that's mostly what I'm trying to say.
Wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I am always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Classic. Ocelot, the background man, as always. He was a CIA man all along, and we never even knew. Also, might be why he had a blank, but you never know with these things. Yeah, Calorie Mate was a sponsor. Anything that has an actual product in this game was somebody that, spent money to have their products actually put in there. Or at least they were contacted by Kojima and they said, yes, we will give you a little bit of funding to have our product in your game. So that's Calorie Mate, Triumph Motorcycles. What else was there? Was there anything else? Or was that it? Might have been it. I don't know. There's been no lack of sponsorships when it comes to things in the Metal Gear games, or Kojima games in particular. Let's not forget the Monster Energy drinks that were in Death Stranding. That was blatant. Also, I found the name of the guy. Fatman7. Fuck you. Come in here and chew my ass out for stupid shit like that. I wish you were here now. I hope you're here now. I could tell you in person. But let me just get that out there, yeah? This is possibly the longest playthrough I've done in this game in a long time. We're just shy of 20 hours at 17 hours, 17 minutes, 33 seconds. Save 33 times, continued 5 times. Alert phases at 28. We killed 107 people. Seriously injured 45 times. Also, I think that 107 people was like the last couple hours because I wasn't really killing that many people throughout the entirety of the game. And remember, we were taking those shortcuts where we were just drowning people and popping them into electric fences so that didn't count against us. And it worked too, because when we did the Sorrow boss battle, I only came across like 3-4 people. It wasn't that many. So life medicine used 3 times, which is kind of astounding. I thought it was more than that, but yeah, I didn't use it that much. Captured 38 kinds of animals, ate 63 meals, and we didn't use a special item because we didn't have any. And I got the Panther code name, so I guess that's good. I don't know. What do we got? We've got the single action army, thanks to the little cutscene with Ocelot there. We got the Patriot, despite Snake leaving it on the grave there. We got the camera. We got the brown face paint. Oh boy. National flag face paints. The tuxedo. Classic. The Oscam Desert. Desert Tiger. Flecktarn. So, not a bad haul. Again, I didn't get everything like the Carotans and all that jazz, but I wasn't really going to spend the time looking for them since I don't remember where any of them were. The Jelly Bean camo, don't remember that one. All right. That's pretty much it for this. There's not much more to it. Let's see. What time is it? 11:58. Oh, that's what they call it. What, Flecktarn? I said that I might do some of the extras. I'm still kind of feeling like I want to do that, but I don't think I'm going to do it on this stream just because it's almost midnight for me, and I think some of them might take a while. Snake versus Monkey isn't terribly long, but it could still like take 10-15 minutes. And I did want to see the Secret Theater, but with the Secret Theater, that's a little. Some of those take a little while. It's mostly just sitting here watching stuff, which would have been good for the end of this, coming off of the main gameplay, but not so great when you're sort of pressed for time. With the special on disc 1 of the Subsistence disc, there's not too much here. There's basic action tutorial. There's photo albums, so whenever you take pictures with your camera, you get to take a look at them in here, which I don't think I have anything here. No. I might have had a couple on another memory card, but they seem to have trouble reading in the second memory card slot. This is where you can they call it download. I think it's just on the disc, because there's no way this is connected to the internet. There was no Wi-Fi in the PS2, right? And I doubt I would have set it up anyway. So when they say download, that's with heavy quotations. Just like rip this content from the disc and then install it on the memory card, so then you can use it in future occasions. But we've got, tons of little things here. We saw the mummy camouflage. There's grenades. Non-pineapple grenades. There's Santa Claus, St. Valentine's, some Germany ones, which I don't even know what those are. That just like a mini German flag, so that's cool. Soviet woodland. What is Klmuk? Rainbow. That looks horrifying. Anubis, which I don't know if that's in reference to Zone of the Enders. Could be. Most of these are just like regular camouflage patterns. Dododo. You could easily call that one the Jojo. Festival. There's like goldfish on there. Barracuda. Chameleon. Oh, okay. I was like, what is camel? Does it? Maybe. All right. That's basically it for this disc. We do have disc 2 of Subsistence, which I think is called Persistence, I think. That's the disc that has Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, the MSX ports. So those are pretty nifty. That was my whole reason for getting this version of the game. I was actually fine playing the original version of this game when I had it, but I really wanted the Subsistence version for those ports, and I don't regret all the time I spent. It wasn't even that much money. I think I bought it for like $25-$30 at the time, which is probably still the same price today. I don't think it's gone up or down at all. But it took a long time to find, and I wasn't doing online shopping back then either. So I went to so many stores trying to find it, and I finally did, and it was well worth it because those are great games. So, hey, you know what? Maybe because, maybe not. I don't know. I was thinking Metal Gear itself is kind of a short game. I might play that real quick, and then we can see what we could do with the rest of that disc. But when I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know how short exactly it is. I think it still would take like 3 hours, maybe. So we'll see. I gotta take a look at my old stream and see what that was at, because I did that pretty damn quick, despite the fact that I had only played it a handful of times. But when I first streamed that game, that was a really fast playthrough. I'm gonna look right now just to see, because I'm curious, because it should be pretty early on the itinerary here. Metal Gear. Oh, come on. No. Original Metal Gear, not Metal Gear 2. All right, I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Make sure I mute that. The original Metal Gear I did in 2 hours, 27 minutes. That's pretty damn fast. I might watch it on double speed or something like that, just as a quick refresher, so I can see if I can replicate it. Then maybe we can finish that game really quick next week, and then we could do some of the extra bits on the Disc 2 of Subsistence. But I do want to take a look at Snake versus Monkey. I do want to take a look at the demo theater. So next week we'll probably do that, I guess. It all depends, but yeah, just to finish up the Subsistence version, I think that would be kind of cool. So maybe we'll end up playing a little bit of original Metal Gear, see how that goes. It's been a long time since I've done it too. But anyway, thanks for watching. It's a bit of a long one today, but that's how Metal Gear goes sometimes. It actually ended up being over 2 hours, but we did have to do the boss battle, a second time around. So that took like almost 20 minutes. And then we had the little situation with Eva, but still not that much gameplay time, I think, wasted. It was just mostly the dialogue and the cutscenes, which I was afraid of. They ended up being pretty long, so that's what took us up into the upper echelons of a longer stream. But thanks for sticking through with it, Metropole Modern. Thank you for the follow. And Delargan, thank you for the raid. I think he started streaming like Metal Gear Solid 4. So we'll see if we can, I guess, host him. It's got like 2 different channels, it looks like. I'm going to pick one of these channels and we'll try to host it. But everybody have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow with Skyward Sword. Looking like it's close to the end of that game too. So we might end up finishing Skyward Sword this week. I don't think it's going to be in the next stream, maybe. But sometime this week, I would not doubt if we finish that. So that should be cool. And still got some more Terminator Resistance to get back to in a couple days. Until then, you guys take care and have a good night, and we'll see you next time.